Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mudflap. I'm back with another video with some tips and tricks for you about how to win at Coup. This is, I made another video, this is my second video about this, and this is maybe a few more advanced techniques or maybe intermediate level. It kind of depends on how the game plays out. But let's jump in and get going here. We got a 4-player game. This is me, Mudflap. I'm a 7. Toeli is a 5, this guest is a 3, and this guest is a 3. I have a duke and an assassin. I'm not going to tax, I'm just going to take income and move along. My strategy generally is to play on the defensive, kind of be quiet and reserved and not really collect a lot of money, not draw attention to myself early on in the game, and then get more and more aggressive as the game goes on. There's certainly a technique to knowing when to shift from being on the defensive to being on the offensive. But the first couple rounds, you really want to just kind of lay low and see what develops. A 4-player game plays a little differently than a 3-player game. In a 3-player game, you can kind of lay low and let the other 2 guys knock heads and kill each other. Maybe go down a card each before you jump in. But in a 4-player game, you can't really do that. If I lay low and these 2 guys fight each other, which sort of tends to happen, there's a lot of revenge kills in this game, that leaves this guy with nothing to do, and I suddenly look like a great target, so he would come after me. So a 4-player game, you got to be a little more aggressive earlier on. Let's see, it's back to me. Everybody has just taken 1, which is really surprising. I'm going to take 1 again. When I have a duke, I like to wait until I have 4 coins before I use the duke. Sometimes you can trip people up who might challenge you and think, well, you didn't tax before in the earlier rounds, so there's an advantage there. But also you leap right away from not looking like a threat to suddenly you're able to kill people. I'm not sure if that's what I'll do. And this is really shaping up to be kind of a funny game. Everybody is just taking 1 at a time. There's a bit of an advantage to being the first player in the round, no doubt. I will definitely get as many turns as the other people because I go first. I'm the start of every round. This guy at the very end, that's the hardest spot. Okay, he's attempting an assassination. I know there's 2 other assassins out there. I have 1 of them. At this point, I'm going to allow this. I'm not going to challenge him. He may or may not have it. I'm going to allow it. And now I am, a lot of people might lose heart at this point or think it's not possible. I'm going to show you how you can win when you are the first player eliminated. First player down to 1 card. Let's see here. So just looking at the numbers here, this guy has, 0. He's down to no coins. I think these 2 are natural buddies. They're going to want to go after each other. I'm just going to take 1 and see what happens. I could have taxed. But if I do that, I suddenly have 7 coins, and now everyone else is worried about me killing them. So I'm staying below 7 because I don't want to be attacked and out of the game right away. Oh, and I should mention, if there's a slow bit in here, I'm going to fast forward to save you time, so you don't have to watch the seconds ticking down. I promise there's no tricks up my sleeve. I'm just going to save you time. Your time is valuable. You're here to learn something and not to watch a clock ticking. Okay, so this guest is exchanging. I should say something about revenge kills. A lot of early players or inexperienced players really go for that. They will, for instance, I got killed by this guy, so the natural tendency is to kind of block out everything else that's going on and just focus on this guy and kill him back. That's a mistake. That's almost always a bad idea. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. It's a loser's game. He's exchanging. I don't have any reason to challenge or doubt that. And even if I did, at this point, he's kind of checked me off a little bit of his radar, and he's going to be more interested in killing these guys at this point. Okay, to not go up in value, to not increase my coin count, there's a couple options. I could exchange. I could lie about having an ambassador. I could assassinate and lose 3, but I think the option I'm going to go for is to steal. It doesn't matter much who I steal from. I can't steal from that guy. I'm going to try stealing from this guy.
No problem.
He has the lower coin count, and he just exchanged, so I'm pretty sure he can block it. And when he does that, I'm fine with that. I want that to happen. Lying about a steal does a couple things for you. Okay, awesome. He did exactly what I was guessing he would do. He's blocking me. I'm going to allow that. You want to make people think that you're considering it, so you maybe don't go right away. But I'm going to allow this block to happen. So now, in everyone else's mind, I have a captain, or they're thinking I might have a captain, which means it's unlikely they're going to try stealing from me. That protects my money. That's a good thing. Okay, he's attempting to assassinate this guy, and oh man, this guy challenged him, and he's turning over a card. Wow. So that tells me that this guy was either really lucky or he has seen both assassins. Remember he exchanged, he used an ambassador, so he saw 4 cards, and I'm betting he had the confidence to challenge this guy's assassin because he'd seen what was in the deck. He'd seen that there were 2 other assassins, and so this guy couldn't possibly have the assassin. This is good. This is setting up well for me. He's got 7 coins. I'm thinking he's going to try to kill this guy before he gets revenge. Again, that revenge kill is, man, that's hard to overstate how important that is. Okay, he stole from him. Wow, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. This is getting a little bit tricky. I really don't want to get killed right now. So what can I do to make myself not look like a target? If I steal from anybody and I get 2 coins, I'm going to have 7. I will be the obvious target. I can't lie about an assassin because he already challenged this guy. I could exchange. In fact, I think that's a good idea. I think I'm going to try exchanging to stay at this low card count. And the reason I feel pretty safe in doing this now, normally I wouldn't if this guy had both of his cards. But because he's down to 1 card, he's kind of on the ropes, and your people are less likely to challenge you when they have just 1 card.
Greetings.
So I feel pretty good about this going through. Also, Toali is hoping or wanting me to help out in the attack. So he's kind of, because his back's up against the wall, he's down a card. He wants somebody else to join him in the fight. And so it benefits him right now for me to have this ambassador, even if I'm lying about it. Okay, awesome. That really went through. And right now, the most valuable card of these three, I think, is going to be this ambassador. I'm going to hold on to that guy. But I also make a mental note there's another Contessa here and a Duke that I'm cashing in. Okay, now I can just sit here and exchange and exchange and exchange while these guys fight it out. So I need to let them do some of the work for me. I'm not in a position to be aggressive right now because I can't risk the revenge factor. Okay, this guy's attempting a steal. That's a little funny to me because just a minute ago he was stolen from. So it's a little odd, but that went through. But you can see what I'm talking about here. Oh, game's moving fast now, fast and furious. Okay, and I think I mentioned earlier, way back in the round, that I thought these two would kind of be fighting with each other, and they are. You can see that. So that's kind of that natural pairing I was talking about. I'm fighting with this guy over here, and these two are duking it out. Okay, so he really had an assassin. He really had a captain. He was trying to play it cute. Okay. This guy's attempting a steal from me. Yeah, I'm going to allow that. Because I'm pretty sure both of these guys have captains. And if I can get them stealing from me, together, they will sort of pair off and kill each other and do some of the work for me. Again, I'm laying low. It's kind of about this balance of when to be aggressive and when to be a little more passive. And right now I need to be a little more passive. Okay, this guest is exchanging, which I mean, good for him. It's kind of bad for me, bad for the rest of us. You try and keep track of what cards people have, and when they exchange, all of that goes out the window. But nothing you can do. He probably had the ambassador. Okay, and this guest is stealing from me again. I, of course, am going to allow this. The dynamic that's going on here, I'm kind of the gravy train for this guy. He's able to steal from me, and so he doesn't have any reason to kill me. Why would you steal from the goose that lays the golden egg, so to speak? I'm going to just let him keep stealing from me because he's going to use that money to attack him. And then I will be able to get him to lose a card when I use my ambassador. That's the trick. When I block with my ambassador, I should say. This is going great. This is the ideal setup in this circumstance. When I'm down to just one card, I need to let those guys duke it out, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, this guest attacks. It's shaping up to be an epic showdown here between these two guys. Okay, again, he's attempting a steal. Awesome. That puts him... I'm going to allow that. I just allowed that. Now he can coup. I'm going to take one. Keep things moving along. I'm just hanging on to dear life in their eyes, in their mind, for all they know. Okay, and again, he's attempting attacks. I have a hard time reading threes sometimes. Both of these guys are threes. In fact, let's see. Wow, this guy's experience, 22,000. That is a lot of points. So he is a really experienced player. This guy, 2,000, not so much. This guy, 9,000, not so much. This is me at 46,000. This guy knows what he's doing. He's the best player in the game right now. Okay, and that's what I thought would happen. He could him. I'm going to take one. And now the natural target is this guy, this other guest. Okay, so that worked beautifully. You saw there these two guys, by laying back and kind of crawling into your hole or your shell, you let these guys do the work. In fact, this game has gone really well. You remember, I started out with just one. I was the first person to lose a card. Okay, now this is where I need to get aggressive. This is where you kind of turn on the juice. He's trying to steal, and I have a decision to make. I think I got a block. Let's see. He has a captain. You know what? I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it. Because again, I'm this, goose that's laying the golden egg. He's going to kill me last. Plus, he's inexperienced, so he doesn't know that. Again, we looked at the rankings or their what is it called? Reputation. This guy's way down on the reputation. He hasn't seen this sort of thing play out before, where somebody would let you steal from them over and over and then suddenly not be telling the truth. Now things are getting a little bit dicey, because if this guy draws an assassin, he could get to power, get to 3 points before either of us are able to kill him. Okay, attempting a steal. Again, I'm going to allow it, hoping that he will go after this guy. Okay, so he's still hunting. That's good news for me. This is sure a long game. I apologize for that. Sometimes they're long. But slow is all right. Patience is a good thing. You want to be patient in this game. You're not going to win a lot of games rushing. You got to take your time and think about things and let things play out. Okay, he's stealing. That's kind of rude. You could just take one and I don't know. But I'll let it happen. I'm going to draw one, of course. Okay, and this guy surely knows by now he's running out of time here. His days are numbered. I don't know why he keeps exchanging. It's kind of too late at this point to do anything. So again, just to go on record, this guest is going to kill this guy first, and then that's when I'll swing into action and block him with my ambassador and be in good shape. Awesome. He let me keep a coin. I go up to 2. Whatever this guy was thinking he was going to do, it's with all those exchanges, it's too late now. Maybe he was looking for a I don't know. He's just being dumb. I think he's just trying to stay low in his coin count, stay below me. That's why he keeps doing that. And unfortunately, this guy, I think, is going to get a rude awakening here when he's not able to steal from me, because I've had an ambassador this whole time. Okay, and there we go. That should just about do it. I'm going to take income, put me up to 3. He's going to try and steal from me. I'm going to block, and boy, won't he be sad. Okay, here we go. He's attempting to steal from me. I'm going to block.
Greetings.
As ambassador. And just as I suspected, he had a captain. And I won. Not a real glamorous victory. Sure took a long time, but there you go. It is possible to win when you're the very first player down to 1 card in a 4-player game. Takes a little bit of patience, and it's really a matter of knowing when to be passive and when to shift gears and be aggressive. That's one of the biggest tricks to this game. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something from it. Please, if you have comments or complaints or questions, drop me a comment. Please like and share and subscribe with your friends. Thank you. I look forward to playing you sometime in Coup, and good luck out there.